and Keisha Anderson right there with a great job pulling that rebound.
Here's Destiny Garrett. Tough drive all the way to the bucket. She lays it in. Georgia Southern squad doesn't score a bunch of points, but she often will get that starting nod. Brings a lot of stability to the roster. Good start for the Eagles. Shanti Simmons floats it up and through.
We're going to have to set them aside because they're not in this. But not.
Jasmine Shavers sends it in to Soleil Williams. Williams finds Davis underneath. She'll get the roll, and the Noles are on the board. Now taking it from Liv Fuller, trying to get the corner around the screen. 3 from the corner. That'll rattle through. Shanti Simmons has 5 of the 7 for the Eagles so far. Panya Davis nearly lost the handle. Nearly lost it again. Davis through contacts. Soleil Williams goes up. That's knocked out of play.
Make sure to keep it equal down in the paint.
First free throw up and good for Anderson. Second one misses. The Eagles without a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Bowles, pull up. Cash money for Sid Bowles.
You can see that's deep from a penetration and kicking it out and hitting those 3.
Here's Garrett. Avery Treadwell in defensively for Florida State. Anderson gets it off the offensive glass. Shanti Simmons has made a 3. She has now made 2. Emma Risch is checked into the game. She made 4 threes on opening night. She'll dish it to the corner, and Tatum Green. Green off the dribble penetration with the right hand is able to finish.
Sweet ball movement
for Destiny Garrett. And here comes Soleil Williams back the other way. Green for 3 from the wing. Yes, ma'am. In the first 5 minutes of the quarter, Florida State had only made 1 shot. Now they've made each of their last 3. Leah Anderson swatted away by Avery Treadwell. Took a while to get into a rhythm, but it seems both of these teams are starting to find their stride. Georgia Southern brought the double on Kubek. Noles have now made each of their last 4 shots, a couple of which from beyond the arc. Nice take all the way to the rack by Jamiria Jones. Kubek rounds the corner, high off the glass and through. 20 all as Garrett drives on Kubek. Garrett dishes it to Anderson. What a nice pass. Jones picks her way through traffic, and Leah Anderson corrals the loose ball and sticks it up for Georgia Southern.
Spreading the floor, being there, waiting to rebound on the weak side. Got her 2 more points.
Nice dish by Bowles to Kubek.
Interior passing.
Destiny Garrett, the graduate from Bessemer, Alabama. Oh, Bowles, aggressive, tried to steal it. High off the glass. The Eagles get the roll on that, too. 5 seconds for Soleil Williams. Streaking down the sideline with the right hand, lays it in before the buzzer. 4 of their last 5. The Seminoles, 7 of their last 8. And Georgia Southern leads by 2 through 1 at the tuck.
From deep and not afraid to take it to the rim and attack. Her penetration and quickness drew another foul on Florida State here starting the second quarter.
And I mentioned the 2 personals. That is now 2 on Soleil Williams, and that is knocked away by Jazz Shavers. It'll be Emma Risch to send it in, the Notre Dame transfer. In it goes to Davis. Good execution on the inbounds, and Florida State has tied it at 26. And just high point it to your 6'6" center. That'll work. Simmons tries to get by Bowles. She does. Just enough English on the basketball. Panya Davis, 6'6". As you mentioned, Jacob, she can shoot the basketball. She can drive as well as she lays it in.
Anybody that says those coaches are scared to play somebody, they need to relook at the schedule.
Exactly. Here comes Sydney Bowles with the basketball. Pull up. 4-point lead for Florida State, their largest here in this half. It's largely been all Georgia Southern. Cleveland tees up a 3. Yes, ma'am.
And address the ball.
Bryant. Florida State brought the double, and on the weak side, the backdoor action there. 1-point game here midway through the second quarter. Knocked away by Anderson, right into the arms of Green. Garrett drives right around everybody and lays it in on the baseline. Wow! Kubek. And Georgia Southern brings the double. Acrobatic finish for Kubek. And the wrist checks back into the game for Florida State. Allie Kubek's layup attempt doesn't go. Now here's Garrett trying to split the defenders.
Got in the paint, moved your feet, kept the offense in front.
It's been a fun game so far. We get going here in the second half with quarter number 3 here at the Donald L. Tucker Center. Entry pass to Panya Davis, and that's a good start for the Noles.
Smart play.
Eddings driving baseline, picking her way through traffic. Nice finish as well.
She said it's hard over height, and that's her team's motto when it comes to playing bigger squads.
Bonner needed help. Bowles gets it, drives, dumps it down to Kubek, and Florida State. That is a second consecutive. Williams, step back.
She is all over it. Look at Williams here. She just sizes her up, just lets it fly.
Sydney Bowles had her pocket pick. Good defense by Kashaya Anderson. A couple more points in transition for the Eagles.
Just a defensive intensity, staying with it with the deflection and just keeping ahead up, attacking the rim. Everybody's into work.
Well, everybody's put in the work here so far as we get quarter number 3 going once again. Shanti Simmons lays it up underneath the backboard. Here comes Shavers, Euro stepping to the basket. Eddington knocks it away. And back and forth we go. Defense taking charge here over the last couple of minutes. Good look from the corner. That was just begging to drop for Anderson. And a nice job on the offensive glass and stick back.
Corner weak side didn't go anywhere and just puts that thing back up through the contact. And look at the emotion with the young lady.
Only committed 2 fouls as a team, and they're on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Knocked out of play by Avery Treadwell. Offense here so far throughout the balance of this game. Here she is. Lays it in with the right hand. We are tied. A kick to the corner. Bonner swings it back to Williams. She's made 2 threes, nearly made a third. Nice work on the offensive glass. Bonner lays it in and 1.
A little bit of arm on that rebound. Just corrals it. Everybody looks around, and then she smacks her on the wrist.
And here comes Bowles. Soleil from the corner. Anderson brings it down. And now Garrett looking for room to run. Comes to a jump stop. That is swatted away authoritatively by Davis. Back to Eddington. And here's Simmons for 3. Florida State led by 3 at the half. Bonner on the dribble drive. Strong to the bucket. Kubek. What nice work off the offensive glass. Pull up in transition. Off to the left. Doesn't get the bounce. Kubek fighting for the loose ball. Gets it back for the Noles. Bonner from the wing.
To look out and spray it to the perimeter for the 3.
This game has had a flair for the dramatic from the absolute start. Anderson up and under.
Anderson.
Second chance points also tied up at 20. Noles try to execute over the top with Treadwell, who banks it off the glass, and Florida State leads by 4. Got it to Anderson. Anderson kicks it to the wing. Nice reversal of the basketball. Eddings too strong, but off the weak side, guess who? 9 minutes left in regulation. Bonner finds Risch. Catch, shoot, just off the mark. Green there for the offensive rebound. Treadwell couldn't get the roll. Fighting for it between 2 defenders. Somehow got it back and finishes.
Treadwell with...
And Bowles with the basketball. Bowles spins, discards her defender, and finishes. Bowles off the turnaround. And now Florida State simply cannot miss. Here's Bowles. Nearly lost the handle, had it knocked away. And Georgia Southern comes away with the turnover. Up ahead of the races, Garrett laying it in transition. Lead down to 3. Treadwell off the turnaround, gets the bounce, and Avery Treadwell has been the Noles X factor here of late. Garrett off the screen, Euro step, swatted away by Avery Treadwell. Here's Risch from the wing for 3.
For Risch, look at this defensive possession. Both having to work for this one.
Bowles down the lane. What a strong take to the basket by Sidney Bowles.
Once again,
Soleil Williams had it knocked away. Eddings. And there's Kyla Bryant bringing it down. Here is Garrett operating with the basketball, turning on the afterburners, dumping it off to Anderson, and that is exactly what you diagnosed has to happen.
look at this penetration. The help over by Kubek, she got no shot.
Bowles looking for room, looking for a driving lane. Off the turnaround. Yes, ma'am. 10-point lead for Florida State with 10 seconds left. An inspired fight by Georgia Southern appears to come up just a little bit short tonight. Final seconds tick off, and Florida State finds a way late in a back-and-forth battle with the Eagles out of the Sun Belt.